Colleagues, a very good afternoon to all of you. Please allow me to first express my heartfelt appreciation for putting time aside just to be part of this session. My task this afternoon is to present a strategy plan for Pretoria West Campus for the next 3 years. So I am Olani Mdambo. My student number is 98305-698. I am a student at the University of Pretoria. The presentation will cover a number of aspects. I'll take you through the vision, the mission of the campus, the African continent and South Africa, socio-political dynamics. We'll look at the educational landscape, international as well as global mega trends. We are going to look at the campus environment, the strategic goals, action plans. We'll also look at the internal and external consultation, and then we will conclude. Now, colleagues, what you need therefore to note, as I've indicated, that will be the focus of my presentation. We are going to look at the 6 dimensions that influence the planning as well as the execution. So these are the dynamics and the dimensions: African continent, South Africa, socio-political, look at the broader educational as well as vocational training and landscape, international and global mega trends, the dual, the campus. Now, noting therefore that for any campus you need to have a vision. And this is the vision that we have put to be the leading engineering and technology training campus that produces competent, innovative, as well as work-ready graduates for the dynamic global industry. Our mission is to empower learners through practical engineering education that builds competence, confidence, and creative students that are ready for the world of work. Now, from the continent itself, Africa as well as South Africa. Now, I want you to note that as a campus, Pretoria West, as we are now in our process of planning for the next 3 years, that we do not function in isolation. Whatever planning that we are going to put in place, it is shaped by what is happening in the continent of South Africa, as well as the continent of Africa. Now, meaning therefore, when we look at both education, employment, in industrialization, you will notice therefore that our planning in general will be guided by these 2 frameworks: the African Union's Agenda 2063, as well as the National Development Plan 2030. Now, when it comes to the African continent, at the continental level, the African Union's Agenda 2063, under the theme, The Africa We Want, they set long-term vision that emphasizes on the human capital development, science and technology, innovation, youth empowerment. Now, as a TVET also within that context, we are therefore coming as a driver of industrialization as well as job creation. So that is the view of Africa. And in as far as our country is concerned, the National Development Plan 2030, as well as the white paper for PSET, it guides the direction of the TVET sector. Now, these frameworks, they aim to build what we call a capable, skilled workforce that support the economic growth, that reduces youth unemployment, inequality, and also promote inclusive, quality, technical, vocational. It also strengthens the industry linkage and work integrated learning. Now, what you will notice here, under the socio-political dynamics, as a country, this is what we are facing, the triple challenge. And what we are therefore noting also from the picture itself, it speaks a thousand words. You can see what is happening on the other side. These are graduates that are having those placards. They do not have jobs. These are skilled also people that are out there. They are also looking for the jobs. Now you can also see what is a challenge that we are facing as a country. So we are saying, therefore, our context, the socio-political context, it is characterized by the persistent inequality, as you will also be noticing. We have got also this challenge of the high youth unemployment, and we have got a challenge of poverty. So therefore, it makes the TVET reform a national imperative. Now, in the second quarter of 2025, these are the stats that we were able to derive. That the youth unemployment, it has reached 62.4%. And that is for the ones that are aged between 15 and 24. And then also we have got the 40%, and also the NEET. The NEET is the ones that are not in education, not in employment, they are not also in training. So these are the stats that we have that tells really that we are having a serious challenge in our country. So meaning therefore, between age 25 and 34, this is the level of unemployment. The youth that is between 15 and 24, it has reached 62.4. So this is really a picture that paints our country. And also, if we take the educational landscape, now you will understand that the TVET colleges, they form part of a vital part of the PSET system. Now, when you go to other countries, you will notice that there is a very clear path of students that are moving from the lower grades to the schools to institutions of higher learning. Now, we are having a serious challenge as a country, that students that are moving between schools and TVET, the transition is not clear. You will find a student that is there for 3 years in a normal high school. When they come to TVET, we take them straight back to N1 to repeat already what they have done for whatever period of time. We have wasted a lot of time for the students. Now, South Africa's landscape, TVET landscape, it is in that transition period, as we all know. We have started the discontinuation of N1, N2, N3, and we have introduced the occupational programs. And this is also trying to strengthen the industry alignment and sector-specific skills. And that is one of the reasons why we have moved now to these new occupational programs. According to the Department of Education, College Improvement Plan 2020 to 2025, there is this lecture upskilling that is taking place. And I think some of you will attest, you have been to a number of provinces because of this process that has started, where you were trained on certain things. So there is the reskilling, there is upskilling, there is cross-skilling that is taking place. And also we have noticed with interest the curriculum revision, where now the curriculum is being revised to align with the labor market demand. And these are the challenges that colleagues we are facing. A state of influx that is due to the high drop rate, the weak employer linkages. These are challenges that we are experiencing as a country. Now, if you look at the international trends, these things we are bringing because when we talk about the campus planning, we should not be oblivious of what is happening in the continent and also outside. Now, these are international trends. They refer to global developments, innovations and best practices that are shaping our sector as the TVET across the world. So it is very important that we have an understanding of what is happening out there. These international trends, they influence how national TVET system, including our campuses in South Africa, how we design and deliver and manage our education. So we cannot therefore be ignorant of what is happening out there. Our campus planning must also reflect the global occupational standards and integrate digital and green skills. So meaning therefore, whatever that we plan here, it must also be informed by what is happening out there. We must also plan for technology-enhanced learning, ensure also that lecturers are trained for digital pedagogy, and this will therefore compel us to form collaborations with international institutions so that we can enhance the quality of the programs that we offer here. I mean, as an institution, we have seen our colleagues going to countries like India, going to countries like Japan, and these are the collaborations that we have with the international institutions. Now, in as far as the mega trends are concerned, we have seen also the demographic shifts, digital globalization that are coming to redefine the skills landscape. Now, you will also notice in our planning that these are also some of the programs that we are bringing in place that will help us to align with both local and global mega trends. Now, we are also in that process of upskilling and also reskilling, because we need to invest in our lecturers and also in our infrastructure to make sure that we are able to implement and align to the 4IR. Now, what is also of interest is that with the dual approach, as a college, this is not new. We started in 2019 with the introduction of the centers of specialization. But this is the system that was adopted from Germany. And learners, they spend part of their time in this classroom and part also of the time in the company. Now, this is a system that is regulated by law and supported by these three. Now, you'll find, therefore, the college, you'll find an employer, you'll find also the sitters. Now, as I indicated, as a college, we started in 2019 with 5 trades. And then I think we are at 14 plus now. More trades we have introduced since 2019. Now, Pretoria West, therefore, it is an engineering campus, as we are aware, and we offer, a number of programs that includes the Report 191, the NCV, as well as the occupational under the COS. Now, what is really a notable feature for our campus, which is also our pride, is the Gandhi Mandela Center of Specialization. That is where we are in, which also focuses on the occupational trade. Now, these are the skills from 2019, for those that might not also be aware, that it started in 2018. It was during the BRICS Summit that was held in Midrand, in Joburg, where the government of India wanted to honor Gandhi for 150 years and Mandela for 100 years. So because both they believed in education, so they said, let us build therefore a center, that will honor these two icons. And that is how the Gandhi Mandela was born. And we took it from there. So therefore, these are the strategic SMART goals that I just want to share with you as we'll be discussing our action plan. Remember, the purpose of this is just to give a highlight of the strategic plan 2026 to 2028. But now I just wanted to also indicate that we are not going to plan in isolation. There are also other dimensions that affect our planning. So thus we looked at the continental view, we looked at South Africa, we looked at the international trends, we look also at what is happening out there. So these are the SMART goals that I just want to share. Remember that they need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, as well as time-bound. Now we are saying, therefore, that we are, in as far as the goals are concerned, to develop and obtain accreditation for the occupational programs that we are going to implement as from 2026. Now, these are the occupational programs. We will start with the 4 from the IT side. That is the computer technician, cybersecurity analyst, the Python programmer, and the Java. All right. So these are the 4 that we will introduce in 2026, and then we are also going to look at the lift mechanic, mechatronics, RIGA instrumentation, and the renewable energy. So we are saying, therefore, we need to submit all the program accreditation applications to QCTO by this time. And then also use the existing qualified staff members as well as capacitation of pre-existing staff members. So this is what then is taking place and also will continue up until that time. Align with national priorities for ICT skills development, and this is now focusing on the ones that we are going to introduce in 2026. And also the accreditation, we need to make sure that it is achieved within the 3 months of application so that we do not find ourselves wanting. Now, meaning therefore in 2026, we will start with the 4. That will be the focus, the information technology. And then in 2027, we are going to then add the mechatronics, the instrumentation, as well as the renewable energy. And then in 2028, we are going to look at the lift mechanic as well as RIGA. Now these are the trades that started in 2019 and we are building up. So meaning also parallel to what will be happening here, we will still be enrolling students. All right, in electrician, in millwright, mechanical fitter, as well as boiler maker. All right, we are accredited on this. Now 2026, this is the action plan that addresses the activities, the resources that are going to be needed, the budget, the stakeholders, implementation date, as also the risk management, because it is very important that you plan ahead and you anticipate the risks and also put methods and ways and means to mitigate. All right. So here it starts therefore with this process that we have already started with this process of marketing and also doing the skills analysis. Now what we did, colleagues, when this started, there was the skills analysis that was conducted. That came therefore to inform the programs that we were going to offer as a campus. All right. So this is therefore the report that gave us a sense of what is it that is needed out there. So meaning therefore we did not thumbsuck the programs that we are implementing and that we also are going to implement in the next 3 years. So meaning therefore, when we went through the process, the Google forms were completed and people participated. And then we had therefore a sense in the areas where we are that this is what is needed. And then this is a very comprehensive report that is also available for also your perusal. So therefore, I just wanted to bring that to your attention, that we have gone through the process where we went to check what is it that would be needed. So these therefore programs are really informed by the research that was conducted. So in a nutshell, therefore, colleagues, is to say this is the action plan, and we have looked at the marketing part of it, the survey that was also conducted, and this is the process that unfolded during this period. And then also we are in this process of getting the infrastructure upgraded for our readiness, and also the staff members, the preparation and the closing of the gaps where there are gaps, the process of applying, and then we have received the accreditation for the programs for 2026. So the computer technician, the cyber security analyst, as well as the Java and Python. All right. Now, meaning therefore the process of enrolling the students for those programs for 2026, and the program, it will start in Jan 2026. For 2027, this is the action plan also. It talks of the estimated budget, who are the stakeholders, the implementation date. So now this, it talks to the 3 that will be introduced in 2027. So the preparation, it will therefore start in Jan 2026, where we are now identifying the space that will be used, and the material need to be purchased. There is also a process of applying for accreditation that must take place, and these are the implementation dates. We are also looking at the training of staff members, and we are also going to start with this group in Jan 2027. So meaning therefore, this is the action plan for the 3 that we've identified for 2027. It will then be starting in 2026 January. And the last one is the one for 2028, where we also have the similar issue, where we will find the lecturers, the space that will be needed, and we have estimated also the budget, and the process is also underway. So in a nutshell, colleagues, what we are therefore saying, please note that in that 2028, the focus will only be on the lift mechanic as well as the rigger. All right. These are the only 2 that will therefore be the last to be launched in 2028. All right. So as we've indicated, the process will start in 2027 January, where we are going to look at the workshops, where we are going to look at the material, and then the launch will take place. And then it should also be noted that the monitoring and evaluation, it will be between that 2028 as well as 2030. All right. So colleagues, as I conclude, what is important, we have at least 6 years experience from the time we have launched these occupational programs. As I indicated, that we started with 4 programs in 2019. So at least we are able to advise as well as others are coming to seek for best practices. Now, we have noted with interest, so meaning drawing from the history background, that the success of the implementation of the IT it will need us really to look into the establishment of the certain committees. And these are the two committees that are very important, the steering committee as well as the implementation committee. Now, these are operational in nature. It involves the facilitators, the workplace mentors, as well as the project manager. They will therefore be dealing with the training issues. And then this is also a very important committee. They are very strategic in their nature. It involves the industry, the SETAs, the college management. So therefore, they are responsible for quality as well as careful monitoring and evaluation that will see the project to finish. So looking at, therefore, what will be implemented for 2026, we are saying we are looking forward, and we are very excited as a college to, therefore, start with this program, just to make sure that also we keep with the latest development in the country. So thank you very much, and this is therefore the plan that we have in place. I will allow the floor for questions and that we interact and engage with the presentation. Thank you. So if there are questions, then we can then be looking at the questions and we will take it from there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you very much. We appreciate the presentation. The first question I have is on the collaboration with the international institutions. The collaboration, who coordinates them? Is it the college or the campus itself? That's the first question. And then the second question, on the issue of the occupational programs. At the moment, the N1 up to N3, the entry level was less than grade 12. But now, with the occupational programs, what is the entry level?
All right. No, thank you very much. We have a department within the college that is responsible for linkages and partnership. All right. So it flows, and it does not also limit the campus from initiating those relationships. I think also we need to take it upon ourselves as a campus. I think we do have that capacity of establishing those relationships. Actually, I was really thinking, because we have been to different countries. In 2017, I was part of the team that went to China. We visited a number of TVET colleges. So it is therefore for us to go back and say, we'd love to, to visit as a campus, to visit now specific, probably, TVET colleges within that particular country. And also there are quite a number of countries that are coming here. It does not stop us from establishing those relationships. Maybe Josh wants to talk to the requirements for the occupationals.
Thank you, sir. So basically the requirements are not how it used to be, where one size fits all. Each trade is specific to the requirements of QCT. So it cannot be where a learner will walk in for enrollment and then you just say that you've got a grade 9 or a matric. Every program has its own unique requirements to set apart. That's why it's important for schools to also keep abreast of what is requirements. Otherwise you get a gap when learners just come and not know what they need to do. So it's all unique. QCTO has that threshold, not the college. We just guided by them.
Okay. Any question? Yes, sir.
How are we doing with the ones which are already being implemented, the fitment of our learners of those existing occupations? How is that from the employer?
I can also give my colleagues also an opportunity to engage. Mr. Pinaro is the project manager for
with
the programs.
The first few groups that we have implemented, all of them have passed their trade test, because you've got 3 attempts, but most of them is passing in the first or even at the second attempt. And a lot of our students at this stage is being employed. And there's even some of them that becomes entrepreneurs because we are involved with GIZ, and in our case we've got Red Solution also. Even they've asked last week, we must give the name list of the apprentices that will finish their trade test by end of 2025, and the ones that have already completed, so that they can giving them a course where they even been learned how to prepare their own CVs, how to prepare themselves for an interview, but we are 100% up to track.
Thank you very much, sir. So in the absence of any question, yes, Mr. Siala?
Oh, maybe I can ask the capacity of admission. By the normal class, we say 1:30 or 1:35 when we are admitting the student. So on the outpatients will be similar to that, or will be depend on the workshop that we got.
Also, as Mr. Jowash indicated, it is also prescribed for different, as we're also busy with the accreditation, you notice for different programs, there's also different ratios. So it's not the same ratio for all the programs. Yeah. So others is 1:15, others they allow 1:20, others is 1:25. So depending on the nature of the program that you are introducing. Okay. So colleagues, in the absence of any clarity-seeking questions, please let me take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation for your time. And I believe that if we can just put effort in this, our campus, it will never be the same. So we are looking forward, therefore, to the implementation of these programs and how we are going to take this campus forward. So with you, thank you very much, and thank you. Yeah, thank you, colleagues.